welcome to the nerdery. This is Illusions, and today I'm going to be playing UltimaIV Quest for the Avatar. When I just recently purchased a new laptop, and with the laptop there was a special with the graphics card that was installed on the laptop. I was part of a deal. I received a copy of Witcher, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And that, I don't think it's due out until May 19th, and it is only May 9th. But in order to claim it or get the key for it, you had to make a GOG.com account to claim and download Witcher 3. And when I created that account, I noticed there was freebies within that account, or with that gaming service, and one of the games happened to be UltimaIV Quest for the Avatar. I've played several of the Ultimas on NES, primarily on NES. I did play Ultima Online very briefly in like 2000, 2001-ish. I think it was 2000. And but this was, I would almost say it was like my introduction to PC gaming. I want to say 88, 80, oh, it might have been 87. So this might be the game. I lived in Missoula, Montana. I was living in student housing at the U of M. And a friend of mine that I met also was living with his folks at the student housing at U of M, owned a computer, which blew me away. I think at the time I did have a NES. I purchased a NES around this time, but we became friends because we had like interests. He played D&D, and I had barely started playing D&D, or a D&D 2nd edition. And I was over at his place, and he had a computer game. So let me, if I remember to do this right, R. Yep. Yes, they're coming to defend the castle, or something. That must be a garrison. Anyway, when I was over at his over at their place, he was playing a computer game, and I was blown away. I was like, "What is this?" I was looking at, at the time, the graphics blew me away. I'm like, there's forests and oceans and or rivers, or lakes, and I remember the part that I was watching. He was trying to go across a map, and he was trying to cross a river, and you could see like this would be deep water, or that where you can't go across, or maybe but anyway, it was a river, and he was taking his little avatar guys, and he was trying to cross the river, and it was pushing him downstream. And I was like, why, what are you doing? Go across. And he's like, well, the currents, there's different, the faster current was pushing him, and he was explaining like the difference in the textures, how it affect the movement. And I was like, oh, okay. And so it was pushing him, and he hit a swamp or poison or something. So his group was getting poisoned. And every time he stepped, the screen would flash. This, and I was like, what's going on? All of a sudden, his whole party died. And I was like, okay. It fascinated me. Excuse me. It is allergy season. I'm surrounded by farm fields, and they're plowing and all that. Anyway, so let me see. Yep, hit enter. And that was pretty much my introduction to PC gaming. I don't remember what PC he had, but it was back in 1987-ish. So we'll hit I. By what name shalt thou be known in this world and time? Of course, I'm going to go by Illusions. Art thou male or female? Male. Let's get going. Oh, sweet. Wow. This is pretty amazing. The day is warm, yet there is a cooling breeze. The latest in a series of personal crises seems insurmountable. You are being pulled apart in all directions. That sucks. The day is warm, yet there's a cooling breeze and everything else is shit. Anyway, let's see what happens. Yet this afternoon, walk in the countryside slowly brings relaxation to your harried mind. The soil and strain of modern high-tech living begins to wash off in layers. That willow tree near the stream looks comfortable and inviting. Yes, the high-tech living of 1987. Let's wash that away. The buzz of dragonflies and the whispers of the willow's swaying branches bring a deep peace. Searching inward for tranquility and happiness, you close your eyes. That does sound relaxing. A high-pitched cascading sound like crystal wind chimes impinges on your floating awareness. As you open your eyes, you see a shimmering blueness rise from the ground. The sound seems to be emanating from this glowing portal. Wow, that is awesome. Dun, dun, dun. It is difficult to look at the blueness. Light seems to bend and distort around it. While the sound waves become so intense, they appear to become visible. The graphics! The portal hangs there for a moment. Then with the rush of an imploding vacuum, it sinks into the ground. Something remains suspended in midair for a moment before falling to earth with a heavy thud. Ah, that must be it right there. Somewhat shaken by this vision, you rise to your feet to investigate. A crude circle of stone surrounding the spot where the portal appeared. There is something glistening in the grass. Huh. Excuse me. You pick up the amulet shaped like a cross with a loop on the top. It is an on, the sacred symbol of life and rebirth. But this could not have made the thud. So you look again and find a large book wrapped in thick cloth. Okay. So I've heard it pronounced on, and I've heard it pronounced onk. And I'm not sure which one's right or correct or preferred. So I'm going to refer to it as on. If I'm wrong, well, you know, I like I said, I don't know if it's on or onk, but if you've watched this far, in the comments below, please correct me if it's on or onk. But I'm guessing this is going to appear again, so I'm going to just keep on referring it to as on. With trembling hands, you unwrap the book. Behold, the cloth is a map, and within lies not one book, but two. The map is of a land strange to you, and the style speaks of ancient cartography. The script on the cover of the first book is arcane but readable. The title is The History of Britannia, as told by Kyle the Younger. The other book is disturbing to look at. Its small cover appears to be fashioned out of some sort of leathery hide, but from what creature is uncertain. The reddish-black skin radiates in an intense aura suggestive of ancient power. The tongue of the title is beyond your kin. You do not dare open the book and disturb whatever sleeps within. You decide to peruse the history. Settling back under the willow tree, you open the book. That is cool how the author decided to phrase it like that. The tongue of the title is beyond your kin. It would have been as cool as to say you don't know what it says. But we decided to sit back on the willow, that must have been a comfy spot because, portal, artifacts, we're going to sit back down and read. You read the book of history. No, really, you read the book of history. Nice. That is awesome. Closing the book, you again pick up the on. As you hold it, you begin to hear a hauntingly familiar lute-like sound wafting over the nearby hill. Still clutching the strange artifacts, you rise unbidden and climb the slope. In the valley below, you see what appears to be a fair. It seems strange that you came that way earlier and noticed nothing. As you mull this over, your feet carry you down towards the site. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like a wizard. I have no idea. Maybe a clown juggling. Pretty fascinating fair. This is no ordinary traveling carnival, but a Renaissance fair. The pennants on the tents tops blow briskly in the late afternoon breeze. Sweet, a Renaissance fair. The ticket taker at the Ren's Fair's gate starts to ask you for money, but upon spotting the on says, "Welcome, friend. Enter in peace and find your path." The music continues to pull you forward amongst the merchants and vendors. Glimpses of fabulous treasures can be seen in some of the shadowy booths. That's not very shadowy. Maybe that's shadowy. I want to go to this Ren Fair. Please, can I go to this Ren Fair? These people are very happy. They seem to glow with an inner light. Some look upon you as you pass and smile, but you cannot stop. The music compels you to move onward through the crowd. Oh, sweet. Through the gathering dusk, you see a secluded gypsy wagon sitting off in the woods. The music seems to emanate from the wagon. As you draw near, a woman's voice weaves into the music, saying, "You may approach, O seeker." She is flat out gorgeous. It looks like an on. Looks like another on. Crystal ball. This is cool. You enter to find an old gypsy. That's old. An old gypsy sitting in a small curtained room. She wears an on around her neck. In front of her is a round table covered in deep green velvet. The room smells so heavenly of incense that you feel dizzy. Incense. Seeing the on, the ancient gypsy smiles and warns you never to part with it. "We have been waiting such a long time, but at last you have come. Sit here and I shall read the path of your future." Upon the table she places a curious wooden object like an abacus but without beads. In her hands she holds 8 unusual cards. Let us begin the casting. The gypsy places the first 2 cards upon the table. Thou art the cards of justice and honor. She says, "Consider this. Thou hast sworn to do thy lord's bidding in all. He covets a piece of land and orders the owner removed. Thus thou, A, serve justice, refusing to act, thus being disgraced, or B, honor thy oath and unfairly evict the landowner." Huh. So he covets a piece of land. That's it. He just covets it. Doesn't sound like it's his. Orders the owner remove that. That's A, serve justice, refusing the act, thus being disgraced, or B, honor thy oath and unfairly evict the landowner. Fwah. Oh. A or B? I'm assuming we hit A and or B to select. Well, let's try hitting the H first for honor. See if that does it. Nope, that does not do it. I'm gonna go with B. No, shoot. I'm gonna go with A. Serve justice. Refusing to act, thus being disgraced. Because what the hell? He's the king. He has shit. He doesn't need more. These people do. Anyway, I'm going to go with A. A. Sweet. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of sacrifice and humility. She says, consider this. Thou art an elderly, wealthy eccentric. The end is near. Dost thou, A, donate all the wealth to feed hundreds of starving children and receive public adulation, or B, humbly live out thy life, willing thy fortune to thy heirs? I'm going to go with B. I have 5 boys and a baby girl on the way, and if I had immense wealth to pass on to my heirs, that's what I'd like to do. So I'm going to go with B. Humbly live out thy life, willing thy fortune to thy heirs. Okay. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of compassion and valor. She says, consider this. Thou dost manage to disarm thy mortal enemy in a duel. He is at thy mercy. Dost thou, A, show compassion by permitting him to yield, or B, slay him as expected of a duelist? I'm going to go with B. I mean, he's my mortal enemy. So, yeah. We don't want to relive the mistakes of Batman. Let's just keep on letting the Joker live and, like, cause mayhem. Anyway, that was a weird example. But, yeah. Let's go with slay him. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of honesty and spirituality. She says, consider this. Thy friend seeks admittance to thy spiritual order. Thou art asked to vouch for his purity of spirit, of which thou art unsure. Oh, crap. Dost thou, A, honestly express thy doubt, or B, vouch for him, hoping for his spiritual improvement? This is kind of a tough one. I'm not very spiritual my own, dammy. So, I'm going to kind of think of this as being, can my friend join the club? And yeah, friend join the club. So I'm going to go with B. I don't know if that was wise, but that's what I'm going with. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of justice and spirituality. She says, consider this. Thou dost believe that virtue resides in all people. Thou dost see a rogue steal from thy lord. Dost thou, A, call him to justice, or B, personally try to sway him back to the spiritual path of good? Wow, they're asking spiritual question that I'm not very spiritual. Steal from the Lord. Do I turn his ass in? Or do I go, hey man, you stole from my Lord, give it back? I'm going to go with the Judge Dredd decision and A. Freaking stole. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of valor and humility. She says, consider this. Although a teacher of music, thou art a skillful wrestler. Thou hast been asked to fight in a local championship. Does thou, A, accept the invitation and fight to win? Or B, humbly decline knowing thou aren't sure to win? I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go with A. The gypsy places the last 2 cards upon the table. They are the cards of valor and justice. She says, consider this. Thou hast been sent to secure a needed treaty with a distant lord. Thy host is agreeable to the proposal, but insults thy country at dinner. Dost thou A. violently bear the slurs, or B. justly rise and demand an apology? So this could have a bearing on the treaty, because the distant lord has already agreed to it, but he's gonna slander my country or insult my country. He bites his thumb at my country. No, he bites his thumb at my country. Does that mean I will take it as offense, or just simply him biting his thumb? No, I'm going to go with B. I'm going to justly rise and demand an apology. With the final choice, the incense swells around you. The gypsy speaks as if from a great distance, her voice growing fainter with each word. So be it. Thy path is chosen. What did I choose? There's a moment of intense, wrenching vertigo. As you open your eyes, a voice whispers within your mind, seek the counsel of thy sovereign. After a moment, the spinning subsides, and you open your eyes to what? Whoa. Whoa, where am I? Looks like I'm in a grove of trees, and is that a city? Is that a town? Slow progression. Wow. Okay, go back. Huh. So, what? Is that a monster? I am ill prepared to fight a monster. How do I go in? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Spell? I'm already gonna die. Oh, he's fleeing. Yes. Dagger, rest. Lightly. Okay, attack, direction, rest. I missed. Attack. Heck no, get back here. Oh, hey, did I? Take? Loot? L for loot? Locate? Oh no. I see a treasure chest. How do I grab? Get chest. Who opens one? Not here. Oh. Oh no, again? Wow, I can move. I don't even know how low on health I am. This is intense. Okay. Dagger direction, south. Victory. Okay, now let's grab. You get the chest, who opens it? I do. Grab. Oh, again? Where's my health? Dagger. Looks like I'm carrying a freaking snake. Is he running from me? Oh, look, I see. Oh, you punk. So, grab. Oh, cool. Hold 77 gold. So, we're kind of figuring this out. Anyway, before I get totally sucked into this, I'm going to stop the video here. This has been Ultima 4 Quest for the Avatar. We went through the beginning of the game, and it's just how I remembered. There was a was it Quest for the Avatar for NES? I'll have to look that up. But it went through that same thing where you answer questions like what we just read or what you just heard, and it determines what kind of avatar you are. And I cannot for the life of me remember what they were. I don't know if there was a druid or a monk or a warrior. I'm assuming something like that. Oh, I think there was a shepherd. There's one that you could become. Is that another battle? Anyway, this is really cool. You can see, looks like this is either the sun or the moon. This must be the sun, must be the moon. Time traversing. Wind is coming from the east. Slow progression because we're in a woodland area. Do I go here? Enter? Oh, I did enter. Oh, okay. I'm all looking at the command line thing. Oh, this is awesome. How do I open up my own inventory screen? Talk direction. He says, I am DW Whip. I'm the Whip. Hi? Hi? I don't understand. This is cool though. I said I was gonna stop the game, but I am already getting sucked into this. Oh, can I scroll back up? I didn't even catch the name of the town. Oh, hey. Shoot. Okay, time to fight. Am I heavily wounded? What's going on here? Oh. Oh, you punk. I miss. Victory. Grab. Sweet. Enter. You. YEW. Okay, anyway, before I'm going to stop the video here. This time I promise. I'm going to look at the commands because I haven't really perused the commands yet. Then I'll figure out what avatar that I created. Uh-oh. How do I... No, I don't want to attack. No. Bad command. Save. Oh, shoot. No, I don't want to attack. Not in the town. Well, I'm going to figure out how to hopefully save this. This has been Illusions for Illusions Nerdery. And thank you for watching and listening to me ramble on. Thus thou have a goodly day.